Yo, Philly 254 living life. Back at it. So, we have ourselves a brand new Steam Deck case to check out. The Yi, I can't pronounce the name. I'll throw it on the screen for you. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's a pretty cool Steam Deck case. It's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool case. It looks nice as well. So this is the box it came in. All right. So what is in it? Pretty simple. That's all that's in it. It comes wrapped up and looking real nice and pretty to protect everything, but that's pretty simple. So before we get into it off the rip, you can see it comes it's kind of a little, it comes in pieces a bit. As you can see without the Steam Deck, that's kind of how it looks real quick. You know how it's gonna go for each side. And these guys right here, it says it's cowhide leather or cowhide. I don't know. It is whatever, but whatever it really is, it is soft. So nice for the gripping. Nice for the gripping. It does have a back or a stand to it on the back, which kind of has it kind of clips in there, and you can kind of just control how far you want it to stand. There's one little level right there, all the way up to this level right here. So I'll put it in the Steam Deck, and I'll put the Steam Deck in it, and you can kind of get an idea of what I'm saying here. So give me 2 seconds. It's not difficult at all. I've already done it once. So all you really gotta do. Alright. Well, there goes that. I'll pick it up in a second. Slide it in there. Get one piece. Get it in there. And I don't know how well you can see it. It's got little hooks right there. The little hooks hook into the actual case itself. So you kind of put it in there over the buttons so you can see everything fits nicely. Let me grab this other piece. Same thing on the left side. Clicks real nice. And once it's in there, it is in there. Making sure everything's all clicked together. Once it's in there, you are in there. And ultimately, that's how you look. Don't mind the smudgy Steam Deck screen, my bad. But as you can see, it's in there like swimwear. Now, as far as that actual stand, that's the first level. You kind of sit it just like that. Then, of course, this is as far back as it'll go. Right about there. Not sure how you would want to game that way, but it's like that. It gives you the option. So here's the thing about it. How does it feel in hand? I will say this. It does feel. I mean, it's not as thick as my daily driver, my daily case. I think it's Red Lojas. I'm not sure how to pronounce that either. This is my daily case. Love it to death. Has pretty much a lot of the same features, kickstand and whatnot, but everything feels a lot more sturdier, harder on this case. But I'll keep this on for a little bit. No big deal. But the biggest difference is this case, it just slides on the back and that's it. The front of the Steam Deck is still just the Steam Deck itself. There's nothing protecting that part. On this particular case, you definitely have something protecting it. And the little grips, it is soft. It feels good in the hand. I will say that. You feel it. You don't sweat as much. Feels better. The Relojas, it has like the little textured, which kind of feels pretty cool. Kind of helps out with gripping as well. But this to me kind of feels a little better. It's a lot smoother, a lot softer. So, kind of what I give it. Now I will say this: the actual stand on this one does feel a bit flimsy. I'm gonna put it out there. It does feel a little bit flimsy in the hand, as opposed to this one. I mean, ain't no changing that. You're in there. Sometimes you kind of almost have to give a little a little thump to it to kind of get it closed all the way because it's in there. It's strong. So that's definitely a little negative. As far as the actual look of it, I do enjoy the look way better than the old case. The old case is basically like a thicker Steam Deck with a actual stand on the back. So I'll rock with it. But one of the biggest differences other than that is taking the case off, which I'm not going to do for the sake of the video. Oh, I didn't get that in there good. There we go. For the sake of the video, taking this thing off, as you can see, it has a little clips to clip the front to the back. Easy to put on, difficult to get off. There's no real magical way to really get it off. I'm just kind of messing with it, just kind of show you. I think I put it on and tried it out first, and then I started the video. And the way I took it off, I had to kind of start from here and take the front plates off before I went to the back plate. Now, this guy right here, as you can see right here, it's actually, even though it's hard on the back and whatnot, It's actually quite soft around the sides to actually grip the Steam Deck, so you just kind of just pull it on off, and it never has no problem staying on either. I've never had an issue where it felt loose or falling off, so I do like that about it. But if you don't really plan on changing the case out too much, hey, no big deal. And to be honest with you, taking it off, although it was a bit of a pain getting off, I never felt like I was about to break the Steam Deck or anything. So it was just a bit of a pain getting it disconnected. I was more worried about that I might break the little clips to the actual case, to be honest with you. But as far as the Steam Deck, I never felt any worries for the Steam Deck whatsoever. Now the case does cost $24.99 on Amazon, so I will throw the link in the description. The protection wise, like I said, although this does feel a little flimsy, it doesn't feel as thick as the old case. I will say that. Maybe the same thickness, but it didn't feel as thick. It feels a little smaller in my hand at least. That's what I got. At least for me, it feels a bit smaller in the hand, which I do enjoy because that case was pretty thick. Matter of fact, let's give it a test real quick. This is the JSOC Steam Deck dock. Now, in order for me to place the Steam Deck into the Steam Deck dock, when I was wearing this case, I had to take this case off. Fortunately, it was never difficult to take that case off, so it was not a huge deal, but it was still just a bit of annoyance having to take the case off whenever I wanted to dock the Steam Deck. How does it work here? Oh, it's definitely smaller. It's definitely smaller, because, yeah, it sits in there much more comfortably. With the other case, it sat straight up and was barely in there, and if I sneeze on it or something, it'll fall over. So it's definitely much smaller. It's not as thick. It's not as thick. So that's definitely cool. Like I said, the case is $24.99 on Amazon. I will put a link in the description for you to click on if you want to check it out. As far as what I think it's a buy, it has its ups, it has its downs, but it not being as thick as the old case definitely gives it a definite up for me, because now I don't have to take it off every time I want to use my dock, which is definitely an up for me. So when I say it's a buy or pass, I say go ahead and buy. It's a buy. Other than taking it off can kind of be a bit of a pain. Like I said, you may be more worried about the case itself than the Steam Deck, but I'm assuming if you're taking it off, you must be replacing the case with something else anyway. But like I said, I've done it already once before. It didn't break or anything. Steam Deck was completely safe, so I definitely say it's definitely a buy. So, as I said, link in the description. Go ahead and check it out if you want to check it out. And if you like more Steam Deck news, reviews, walkthroughs, gameplays, lives. Hey, I was testing out lives yesterday. Everything's still private, but I was testing it out just to get the vibe going. Like and subscribe. Cruise through the playlist. And I'm out.